If you've been following along with me in this chapter, you probably figured out by now that we use text extensively in CorelDRAW. It's a very important part of the creation process. So we're going to go through a typical scenario using a brand new tool available to you here in CorelDRAW X4. It's called What the Font. Here's our scenario. The Green Onion Bistro, a client of ours, is going to give us an image, a scanned image of their old logo, and they want us to design a new logo using the same font, just to keep that consistent. We ask them what font was used, and they have no clue. So it's up to us to determine the font, and thanks to this new feature available to us right through our text menu here in CorelDRAW X4, we can identify fonts. Watch this. I've got my brand new file started here. You can click on the new button, Control-N, to get your new page, and now we're going to bring in that image I was talking about. So we go over to our Import button, Control-I on the keyboard. If you've got the exercise files, give this one a click and navigate to the Lesson 5 folder of those exercise files. You'll find Old GO Logo. It's a TIFF image, a bitmap. JPEGs, GIFs, you name it, all of them are going to work. TIFF images work exceptionally well, so I'm going to click on Old GO Logo here and click my Import button. Now I just have to draw it by clicking and dragging to choose a size. That's a good size right there. I'm going to press F4 on my keyboard to zoom in to that image, and there's my text down below. So I have no clue what font was used here. I'm going to use my new feature called What the Font to find out for me. So we go up to the text menu, and by the way, this doesn't have to be selected. If you want to deselect it, you can. When we go up to text and down to the very bottom here, very close to the bottom, we find What the Font. When we click on it, the first step is going to be to capture our text. You can see my crosshair as I move my mouse around. It says click and drag to select a new capture area. So I want to capture my text. The more text, the merrier. The more different characters, the better. So there's my text. If I want to adjust this, I've got the handles. Maybe I accidentally caught part of the onion. I want to drag that down with the double arrow, making sure I'm just getting text. When I'm done, I can press Enter or just click anywhere inside the captured area to confirm my selection. And watch what happens when you click. Your default browser should now launch, taking you to myfonts.com using the feature here called What the Font, right there. Your image will appear right at the top, Green Onion Bistro in our case. And down below, we've got some prompts for character selection. We want to make sure the characters are captured correctly. So you can see as I go down, each of the characters is represented or highlighted here. And then on the right, I want to make sure that the right character shows up here as well. Green, so far so good. As I scroll a little further down, you can see, oh, we got something wrong with the N and the I are too close together, so it's thinking maybe that's an M, when really it's an N. So I'm going to put in an N here. Down here, I've got nothing selected, but down below, just the dot for the I. I'm going to put in the I. And a little further down, looks like that happens again with Bistro, having trouble with the I's. It's not a 1. So I'm going to highlight it by clicking and dragging over it, type right over that, an I. I'll leave the dot alone, Bistro. The rest looks good, except this S. It looks like a capital S. I'm going to highlight that and put in a lowercase s. There we go. So once I've got my characters matched up, I click the search button to go searching for the font that was used. And as I scroll down, I get some matches. And you can see I've got the top 5 here. So the first one, Revival, doesn't even look close. Garamond MT actually looks very close. And in fact, that's probably the right one right there. The others, not so close. When I click on Garamond MT here, I'm going to get more information about the font and see my sample text at different sizes. And now I realize, yeah, that's the closest one. That's perfect right there. There's a mini map down below if there are other characters I want to compare with. There are available versions of this font as well. You can see down below. So I've got exactly what I'm looking for. I know it's Garamond MT. So I close up my browser. I'm back to CorelDRAW. Shift F4 zooms me out. I could go to my text tool now and click on the page and change my font from the property bar. I'm going to look for Garamond. And as I scroll down the alphabetical list, I come to the G's. There it is right there. I'm going to type in Green Onion Bistro. And I'm going to go to my pick tool. This is just for fun here. Drag it up here. Maybe change the size to something a little bit bigger. 36 looks good. And I'm going to zoom into this area just to compare myself to see how well a job what the font did. And look at that, that's perfect. The exact same characters as I look at the R, especially that's got some glyphs there. Kind of cool. I like it. Shift F4. Now I'm ready to use this text in the new logo that I'm about to design. I'm done with this image. I can click on it, hit delete, and I'm ready to continue knowing that I've got the right font. So brand new in CorelDRAW X4 is What the Font, accessible directly from your text menu.